Day 12 has come. It is our very last day on board the Celebrity Solstice, which is actually really sad because the crew members that we've met on this ship have been absolutely incredible. We don't want to leave, but we have to. This is actually, like I've said before, this is the longest cruise I've ever done. So it's definitely made an impact on, it's just like those daily things. Like I got really slack with cleansing my skin, and like your routine kind of gets all out of whack. That's okay because you're here having fun, so you don't even think about your daily routine. But don't worry, the vlog is not over yet. There is still a day of activities. Totally offhand, we've got one last lecture from Andrew at 10, all about Hong Kong. And then there is a officers versus guests water volleyball game that I'm gonna go check out because I'm just a girl. Yeah, we've got a full day at sea today, and then we actually disembark at 9:15 is our slot tomorrow. So I'll actually talk about disembarkation later because it's a little bit different with Celebrity than we've had with other cruise lines. So I'll have a chat about that. And yeah, let's go have our very fun last day at sea. One lecture down, another one to go. We've got one coming up, which is the secrets of the ship. So they're going to teach us all about the ship, which is really cool. So that was actually really fascinating. I love learning about the ships. We've done a couple of behind the scenes tours on other cruise ships, but we didn't end up doing it on this one. Kind of wish we did now. So that was the staff captain, which is basically the second in command. The captain showed up and said hi. And now we are off to the pool deck. Gonna get a little bit of lunch and then watch the crew versus guests volleyball in the pool. That was good quality, family-friendly entertainment right there. But they came around and gave us free sorbet after the show, So we're gonna go and pack now because we don't want to do it later. My hair is a mess. I was in the splash zone, so my sunglasses got wet, but that's all right. I'm not complaining. In the spirit of packing, I thought I would share what I bought at the Celebrity shops. 2 beach towels, which have already been packed, so we all know what a towel looks like. Then I got myself a squishy cruise ship because it was only $19.95, which I thought that was a really good deal, and it's going to go on my bed next to the Captain Bear I got from Princess and my Denali Wilderness Lodge Bear, and I have a Carnival Bear as well, so it's going to sit with them on the bed. A little cruise ship ornament, because when I was on Disney last year I got a Christmas ornament from them, and then there's also a travel themed Christmas tree in a house, so this will join that, and it is the actual Solstice. It's not a generic Celebrity ship. Put it on the travel tree. Ta-da! So every time you go on a cruise ship, you will notice in the shops they have replicas of the ship that you are on. So it's kind of a really cool little collectible that you can only get on said ship. The collection at home has, this will be ship number 5. Number 5? Number 5. This will be ship number 5. So I might have to get a bigger cabinet to fit them. But that's okay. This is the replica of the Celebrity Solstice, which is very cool. And learned in that talk by Staff Captain Spiros this morning that the top to tail length of the Celebrity Solstice is almost, I think it's about 10 feet short of the Eiffel Tower height. So there you go. So I'll pop that back away, and that will get packed away. And then we'll join all of the other ships in the cabinet once I get home. Unfortunately for the hip pocket, might be a celebrity cruiser now, because they are not cheap to cruise on, especially in Australia. But I've always wanted to go on the Edge class ships, which the Celebrity Edge is currently cruising in Australia. Because the Solstice used to cruise in Australia, so I had seen her in port previously but never actually got to go on her, so it's very cool to do that. I do choose cruises based on itineraries. I don't have a loyalty to a cruise line in particular. I've only just developed a loyalty to an airline, so maybe one day I will have a loyalty to a cruise line. I don't know. But Celebrity's also starting river cruising, so that might be on the cards in a couple of years when those ships launch, but we'll see. Side note, if Celebrity Cruises would like to sponsor me to go on a ship, I accept. I will move my entire life to go on a cruise if you sponsor me. Hashtag not promoted. Pretty much all packed up and ready to go for tomorrow, but I thought I'd talk about the disembarkation process. This is a 12-night cruise. On about day 5 or 6 or something, we got an alert in our Celebrity Cruises app basically saying that we need to tell them our preferences for disembarkation. You can choose to either leave out your bags outside the room the night before, or you can take them off with you. We are going to take our leave our bags out the night before because we've got a heap of luggage, and at that point in the trip now, we're pretty much one whole bag is dead washing and souvenirs, so we don't need to do that. Plus, we're not really in a rush when we get to Hong Kong because our disembarkation is at 9:15, and obviously you can't check into the next hotel until about 2 or 3 o'clock, so it doesn't matter. Yesterday we actually got our passports back, side note. So we just had to take our passport receipts to the team on our deck, and they had our passports ready to go because they were essentially used for immigration purposes in both Thailand and Vietnam. So it's just easier. Ship does it all for you. They just took our passports on day 1, and then we didn't need them back until yesterday. With Carnival and Disney previously that we have cruised with, they give you little tags in your room the night before you leave to put on your bags. These are a bit more of a professional looking tag. So this is just like the luggage tags you get at the airport. So you put your details on there. It's given us our disembarkation group name, and then you just, this is 2. I won't do it now. Oh, I can do it now. We're setting the bags now. We'll do it now. So you just tear off your little thingy, and then it's just like the airport. You just stick it to your bag on the handle like that, and then they put it outside before 10 p.m. I believe. They'll collect the bags, and then they'll be waiting for us on the dock when we get off the ship. They'll take care of everything in the morning. We just have to go have breakfast and be off the ship at 9:15, because that is the other thing. They have what's called a silent disembarkation process. So they're actually not going to make announcements on the ship. I believe, I will, if I'm wrong, I'll tell you tomorrow. But when we were on Carnival and Disney last, for example, they would make announcements basically going, disembarkation group, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, and it would be just consistent announcements all throughout the morning. It gets so annoying after a while, which is probably why Celebrity don't do it. So they basically said, this is the time that you need to get off the ship. It is your responsibility to get out. And let's be honest, they'll probably just clear us off at some point anyway when they're ready to start flipping the rooms and get the next group of guests on. An important thing to do, especially when you're traveling overseas to countries that don't have English as a first language, or basically where it's just a little bit iffy with the language barrier, always take a photo of your luggage on your phone. This is the 21st century. These things don't leave our sides, even on cruise ships. So take a photo of all of your luggage so that if it does go missing, you can go straight up to somebody who can help you and go, this is what my luggage looks like. Don't try and describe it with language barriers and miscommunication and just make it harder for yourself. Just take a photo so you can use that as a reference point. And that is it. We have arrived officially in Hong Kong. Not much to see, bit of a low cloud, but that's okay. Very excited to go and explore the city. We have 2 days here in Hong Kong after we disembark, and then also 2 days at Disneyland. So we'll be staying at the Disneyland Hotel. Very excited. I've never stayed at a Disneyland hotel, so I'm gonna go do my review and scope out the whole thing. But thank you so much to Celebrity. Thank you to the crew of Celebrity Solstice. You've been absolutely amazing. This has been the best cruise I've ever been on in regards to service, food, everything across the bar. Unfortunately for my wallet, I might be becoming a celebrity cruiser, but let's talk about that. That's fine. After we leave the room here in about 5 minutes, because they will kick us out so they can start cleaning for the next cruise, which will actually be 3 more of the same cruise we have just done. She'll do a few of those and then head back to Alaska via Hawaii and Australia, which is very cool. And then for the next thing for me is I'm almost on the 100-day countdown for next cruise, which will be with the newly transitioned Carnival Encounter. So she's come across from the P&O fleet, which as of next month will be dissolved. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's different on the ship, because I've cruised with Carnival before, so I have an expectation of what the ship's like, what the experience is like, and things like that. And it'll be interesting to see how they've kind of moved it over from fleet to fleet. We'll be doing that in a couple months' time. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me on my first ever cruise vlog. The vlog ends here, but the holiday is not over yet for me. We're gonna go check out and hopefully get some nice breakfast. I'll see you next time. So there you go. That's how they trim the edges of the lawn. We did ask though, they have a proper mower for the large section, so it's not like they're doing that whole thing. Oh, the things you see on turnover day.